going to be my review of The Thing Freakshow. Now, The Thing Freakshow was written by Geoff Johns with artwork by Scott Collins, who most of you guys would know better for, obviously, the DC stuff like Green Lantern and JSA. This was a time period when Geoff Johns was working at Marvel and DC, and he was working on JSA mostly, and yeah, Geoff Johns wasn't really known. This was before he took over Green Lantern and made it into the awesomeness that it is. Now, the story with The Thing is that this is all about Ben Grimm. And most of you guys who don't know this, Ben Grimm is not just my favorite member of the Fantastic Four, but he's arguably one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. The Thing is pretty much, this story is a four-parter of The Thing all by himself, and it starts out with a little look into Ben's past of him going to a freak show and making fun of a gypsy's son, and the gypsy curses him, and he just starts thinking about it, and yeah, the whole time, you just see how bad it is for The Thing. No, he makes kids cry when they see him, the rest of the Fantastic Four don't really take it seriously because they don't understand it, and he always gets the shit end of the stick. That's kind of the whole story of The Thing, is that he just gets the shit end every single time of the story. So it's pretty much The Thing has decided, you know what, because in the first issue, the Fantastic Four get attacked by the Wrecking Crew, and the Wrecker wounds Ben. He wounds Ben with a serious back wound with his crowbar, and what happens is Ben decides, you know what, I've had enough of this shit, I'm gonna go take a break, I'm gonna go take a vacation. So he hops on a train and ends up, on accident, in a different town, like a little hillbilly town, where they're having a freak show, and it turns out that the freak he made fun of and picked on has grown up and attacks him. Well, we later find out that after this town kind of worships him and whatnot, we later find out that The Thing is in a town where there are no humans, but instead there are both Kree and Skrull there. Yes, there are both Kree and Skrull There are both Kree and Skrull factions, and they're warring. The team, and Pybok is leading this Skrull faction, and The Thing is caught in the middle of it, and the only person who can help him is the freak from the Freak Show. That's the only ally he has in this, and we find out that the reason why the Kree and Skrull factions are at war with one another, there is a reason why, and it's a very interesting reason, more or less. I don't want to spoil it because it's one of those holy shit kind of moments when they reveal that why the Kree and Skrull are here on this planet, and it also explains how these series of events kind of caused Ben to be here. Is this a good comic? Oh, absolutely. If you're a fan of Ben Grimm or Geoff Johns, or let me talk about Scott Collins' artwork. I love Scott Collins' artwork. He does such a great job, and Andy Lanning provides the inks as well, I believe. So that's really cool. We got a little super group going on here. So it's a lot of fun. This story is just that's fun. It's fun. It's just what it is. It feels like Geoff Johns was doing a 60s era story and just running with it. And this kind of made me want to see Geoff Johns write Fantastic Four. I mean, yeah, I know it's impossible because he's Mr. DC and all, but I kind of want to see him write I really would have liked to see him when he was at Marvel write a story with the Fantastic Four. I mean, just from this, and how he voiced all the characters. I think it would have been interesting to see how he would have played around with the Fantastic Four characters. I mean, I know he did this, and I know he did a run in Avengers. I know there was an Avengers run, and that's all been collected because Geoff Johns is all big now. So, if you're a fan of the Fantastic Four or a Geoff Johns fan and looking for his Marvel work, I'd say, yeah, look here. Another thing that gets collected in this 4-part miniseries is a story by Todd, I can't remember the last name, but the artwork is done by Brian Hitch. And it's a story about The Thing and She-Hulk teaming up to fight Dragon Man and insectoid vampires in an underground subway. Yeah. It's that one's just like a fun Marvel team-up story. That's pretty much what it is. And Brian Hitch's artwork is always good. So yeah, not a lot I can say about this because I don't want to spoil a lot in here for this story. But if you're, like I said, if you're a fan of The Thing, I recommend it. If you're looking for Geoff Johns Marvel stuff, I recommend it. It's just so good. And as a fan of Ben Grimm, yeah. Anyway, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm out.